Hoo-wee! What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Man, just got finished watching another ugly Thursday night game. The Commanders hold on for a 12-7 victory. Thursday night football is terrible. Amazon Prime is paying $1.3 billion for these Thursday night games. The NFL is literally stealing money. This game, 12-7. Here's how bad it is. The Bears were in the 5-yard line 3 times and came away with no points. No points. They had the game pretty much 7-6 won. Their punt returner fumbles the ball on like the 20-yard line, giving the Washington Commanders, their touchdown to win the game. Of course, with 2 field goals. It is crazy because Justin Fields, you know what? He left everything on the field. He literally left everything on the field. I'm talking about his knee, his back. Body parts were left all over the field. And he didn't get any help. Literally, they have 1st and goal on the 5 after he runs for like 40 yards to get him down to the 5-yard line. And what do? It reminded me of a Jason Garrett game. Let's pass the ball 4 times. Now, they finally get a completion on the last play, but the guy bobbles it at the end zone where if he had caught it right there and hadn't bobbled it, it's a touchdown, they win. Unfortunately, when he bobbled it, he fell back a couple of, 6 inches and ends up catching it out of bounds, catching it in the field of play. Game over. Looking at Carson Wentz, wow. It's hard to believe at some point they said he was better than Dak Prescott. I don't know if that's going to quiet what's going on in Washington because everybody wants to fire Ron Rivera. They want to get rid of the quarterback. They want to clean house. And then you've got the owner who is not going to go quietly into the night, who allegedly has hired private investigators to try and dig up dirt on the NFL owners. And I can guarantee you that the NFL owners don't have a squeaky clean persona. And it's pretty much a dog-eat-dog world with the Washington Commanders and Dan Snyder. Dan Snyder basically is like, okay, you want to take me out? I'm taking all you out with me. Seriously, I'm taking you all out with me. Mutually assured destruction. I don't know how that's going to work out, if that'll be his chip to kind of be able to stay and keep his team or what, but it's definitely getting ugly. On the other side, we have a game. Cowboys versus the Eagles. The thing that's crazy to me is this. Now, first of all, I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay. Shout out. I don't know if you guys noticed it. I don't know if you noticed it. 12 personnel. Now it's personal. To me, that's how you beat the Eagles. To me, you got to be able to run the football. Primetime Brian brought up something that was really interesting tonight. Primetime Phil. Or was it Brian? Now I can't remember. They were going on and they were talking about how you beat the Cowboys defense. Right? It was like they're going through how the Eagles beat the Cowboys defense. And the way, and I hadn't thought of it this way, but the way Brian or Phil was describing it was kind of like you would think that the Cowboys were the favorite. Because when you say how you beat, because that's the guys that need to be beaten, that was like they're expecting the Cowboys to win. Now, Vegas has 6.5-point underdogs for the Dallas Cowboys. Clearly, they're trying to get more people to put money on the Cowboys by enticing more points. 6.5 points in the NFL, that's a big spread. That's a really big spread. Last week going against the Rams, it was only 5.5. So they're saying that we have no chance. But the interesting thing is, I think we've been the underdog every week this year, except maybe Washington. Cowboys have covered every week. The wild card for this game, I think, of course, is always going to be Micah Parsons. And I wonder, this is going to be kind of crazy now, and I know I'm going to piss off Giant fans, but I don't care. I don't give a rat's ass. But I wonder if you had said something about we're going to contain Lawrence Taylor. If you said, we got a game plan and we're going to stop Lawrence Taylor, do you think that Lawrence Taylor would get stopped? I think Lawrence Taylor would be like, hold my beer. Or like Jordan, I took it personally. I'm betting that Micah Parsons is going to take it personal. And see, this is a game that I look at and say, I think the Dallas Cowboys defense is better than the Eagles offense. I think that the Eagles haven't been tested by a defense anything close to what this Dallas Cowboys can do. You look at pressures. The Dallas Cowboys have brought up in 5 games 125 pressures. The Eagles are no slouch. 1098. That's 5 more per game. It's a lot of more pressures. And I'm not sure that the Detroit Lions could pressure Jalen Hurts. The thing that is so good about this team is, one, it seems like they're conditioning. Because they seem like they get stronger in the second half. And I think that's because they rotate so many players on that defense. The Achilles heel of the Eagles is they don't do well in the second half. That's the advantage there to the Cowboys. The other thing is discipline that they have on defense. You can have a bunch of guys that are great pass rushers, but if they don't keep their lane integrity, and by that, this is my gap, which means I have to cover the space. It means I can't freelance and go someplace else because I'm going to leave my buddies out to dry. If they can do that, if they can keep that middle of that defensive line going forward and those edge rushers go through and keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket, if they stop that and make them one-dimensional, guys, we get this thing. It's going to be a tough game. We got all the odds against us. There's, if you listen to Talking Heads, you got no chance in the world. You got backup quarterback, Cooper Rush. You can't, score that many points. You got an old running back, Eagles have a better offensive line. They've got Jalen Hurts, who's an MVP candidate. They got a great defense. They got Big Play Slay and what's the other guy they got from the Giants and stuff, right? They got A.J. Brown. The Cowboys, we shouldn't even be on the field with them. But that's what they've been saying every week. Didn't they say that about Cincinnati? Yeah. Didn't they say that about the Rams? Yeah. Did they say that about the Giants? Washington, not so much. But we'll see. In the meantime, I'm going to take it personal. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for being here for the live stream, because I couldn't have made it through without prime time and game time and you guys to kind of get through that game. That game was hideous. That was about as ugly as it gets. And I don't want to see any more games like that. But we know we will, because we're football whores. We'll watch anything. All right, good people. I'm going to go to bed. Tomorrow's Friday, and I got a lot of work to do because we got to start getting ready for the football weekend and the big showdown with the Philadelphia Eagles. Remember, tell the people you love them, because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys.